Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But it's lagging.
It's not clear.
It's clear, sir.
Okay.
It's clear now.
So we already know how to find 2's complement of a decimal number. We just need to convert the decimal number. First we need to convert it into the binary. Whatever the number is, we need to convert it into the binary number, and then we need to flip the digits. Wherever there is a 1, make it 0. Wherever there is a 0, make it 1. And finally, add 1. Whatever comes, it will again a binary number. Now this binary number at the stage 4 is actually, this is the 2's complement of this number. We have been dealing with positive decimal numbers. So what will be the process if you have to find, for example, the 2's complement of negative 19. So far whatever we have done, this was done for the positive decimal number. So if I ask you to find 2's complement of negative number, then what should we do? First, let me say that n is my number. Then actually what are you doing? Whenever, since we are dealing with the 8 bits, I told you in the last class that the most common bits system in the computer science recently is 16 or 32. These two are the most common bit systems which are followed recently in the computer science field. But I said that I'm not going to follow any one of them. I will follow the 8-bit system because we are doing the things on paper. So throughout this chapter, our bit system is 8. If I am following the 8-bit representation, it means I am following 2 raised to the power 8. 2 raised to the power 8 means 256. We can only consider a number in the system which is up to 255. So we will never go beyond this number. If I say that n is any integer, then, and if I say that, okay, if I ask you to find the 2's complement of 255, this is the final maximum number which I can find 2's complement in the 8-bit system. I am again saying, in the 8-bit system, 255 is the only possible highest number which you can find, whose you can find the 2's complement. Or if I ask you to write this number into binary representation, then what do you need? You need to find a very close perfect power of 2 to separate it into perfect power of 2's. So when you will separate this number, it means the very first perfect power of 2 between 256 and 0, and your number is 255, then the only perfect power closer to the number 255 is 128. So I am saying that if that perfect power of 2 is the upper bound for any decimal number in the system and 1 is the lower bound, now if you multiply this whole thing with the negative, the equality will change. Am I right? Now let me add 2 raised to the power 8 on each side. You can add anything on both sides of an equation. It doesn't matter. Now look at this number. 2 raised to the power 8 minus 128. 2 raised to the power 8, it is equal to 256. This is 128. And if you subtract them, it is 128. So this number 2 raised to the power 8 minus 128, it is actually less than 2 raised to the power 8. Yeah, and this is greater than or equal to 2 raised to the power 7. Something minus 128 is strictly less than this number. So whatever this number will be, this is n. Whatever this number will be, it will again remain less than 2 raised to the power 8. So I can simply say that 2 raised to the power 8 minus the number n will again be less than 2 raised to the power 8. So I and this number will be greater than or equal to 2 raised to the power 7 on the left. So from here I simply conclude that if I need to find a 2's complement of a negative number, then I will consider, we will do an example and you will understand this whole thing. Then we will consider that number like this, 2 raised to the power 8 minus the positive of that number n. Actually your story starts from 127, 126 and goes to 210 and then negative number starts and it goes to minus 127 minus 128. You know what is the binary equivalent of 0 in the 8-bit system? It is 8 number of zeros. You know what is the binary number for 1? Only 1 and 7 zeros. So from 0 to this number, you already know this thing, how to find them. But you don't know how to find a binary number for negative 1. So they have given you a choice for this. In that case, you simply consider it as 2 raised to the power 8 minus 1. I told you that whatever the negative number is, just subtract the positive of that number from 2 raised to the power 8. So if it is negative 1, it will become 2 raised to the power 8 minus 1. If it is minus 3, it simply means 2 raised to the power 8 minus 3. It is 256 minus 3, 253. So actually the binary number for this 253 will exactly be same the binary number for this minus 3. So minus 3 exactly equals to 253 in the binary system. So far we have done addition and subtraction in the binary. We have done this already for the positive decimal numbers. Now if I say that give me a sum of these, this is a 1 decimal number and this is another decimal number, and I ask you to give me a sum of these two numbers and give me the answer in the binary system. So to give me the answer in the binary system, first you need to convert these numbers into the binary. This is simple. You know how to convert this number. I'm not gonna convert for you. If you will convert this number, this is 0 1 0 0 1 0 0. This is the corresponding binary number for 72. Okay, for this I need to use that formula, 2 raised to the power 8 minus n. Here in this case my n is 52. So I actually need to find 2 raised to the power 8 minus 52, which is equal to 256 minus 52, which is equal to 204. Now 204 is just like a number like 72, and you better know how to convert 204 into a binary number. You can do it. I'm just writing the final number 11001010. This is a binary corresponding number for 204, and from the theorem, from the formula, I already said that if I am finding the binary number of this number, this is exactly equal to the binary number of negative 52. So I have found both the binary numbers for our question, and the question was, this is for this and this is for this, and the question was add these two and give me a result in the binary. So I can simply now add these two numbers. Similarly, you can, if I ask you to find the sum of negative 32 and negative 46, if I ask you to give me a sum of these two negative numbers, so you simply need to convert them into 2 raised to the power 8 minus 32, 2 raised to the power 8 minus 46. This is whatever the decimal number, this is whatever the decimal number. Convert them into binary and then add them together. We are done. One is add two numbers a plus negative b such that the absolute value of this number b is greater than a. The sum of these two numbers. Now, if I look at this number, absolute value of negative 89 is 89, and this number is actually greater than this number a. This was my a and this is my b. So actually the number b is greater than the number a. In that case, we will follow these steps. We have studied two methods, okay, for the 2's complement. One method was detailed method, which I already told you, like how to convert the numbers from decimal to binary and then add them together and do all those things just like the previous section. And the other method was the shortcut, which I give you as a tip, the shortcut method, and which was first you need to convert the decimal into the binary and then flip the digits and then add 1. This was the other method, right? And finally you get the 2's complement of that number. So this was the opposite method for doing this kind of mathematics. Number is 39 and the other is 89. For 39, you already know the corresponding binary digit for 39 is 100 111. This is the binary digit for 39. I need this digit in the 8 digits. These are 6. So I need to add 2 zeros on the left and this becomes like this. So this is the corresponding binary number for 39. For the 89, Now first skip the negative, this one, and go for only for 89. Forget about the negative. 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 1. Now this is the corresponding binary number for 89. Remove the negative for time being. This is the shortcut method. Now the second step. What was the second step? First you are done with the number. Now flips. Okay, for 2's complement. This is strictly just converted decimal to binary. This we are now following the method of 2's complement to find the negative 89. Okay, so for 2's complement, first ignore the negative and just go to 89, find the binary digit for this. Now flip these digits, all these digits. When you will flip, it will become like this. Now this is the corresponding number to this. When you flip the digits, the next step was plus 1. Add 1 in whole this story, and this will become 101001111. What is this? What is this number?
Minus 89.
This is
Minus
2's complement of 89. What is 2's complement of 89? Means 2 raised to the power 8 minus 89. Now I already have the value for 39 and the value for negative 89. This is my 39, the corresponding binary number. This is my negative 89, which is exactly equal to 2 raised to the power 8 negative 89 minus 89. Both these things are exactly the same by using the 2's complement. Now add them together. When you will add them together, 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 plus 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1. Yeah, this is 0 1 1 1 1 1 0 0 1 1. Is this correct? Simply add them. This is not the answer. Again flip these digits and it will become 0 0 1 1 0 0 0 1, and again I have to add 1 into it. This will become 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 0. So this is actually the sum of these two numbers. Okay, let me summarize the two so you can understand. There was method 1 and there is method 2. The question is same. Question is find the sum of a positive and a negative number, and the condition is that the negative number, absolute value of negative number, is greater than positive number. This condition is same here. The method 1 was if there is number A and there is number B, convert this number into binary and convert this number into 2 raised to the power 8 minus B. Then it becomes a positive number. Let me say C. Then convert this number into binary. Now this is a binary, this is a binary, add them together. Okay, this is method 1 for the same question. Method 2 is, this is my number A in the binary, in the decimal. These AB are in the decimal, okay. Method 2 is, this is my number in the decimal and negative B is also in the decimal. For A, simply convert this number into binary. For B, I actually need to find a number like this, 2 raised to the power 8 minus B. I actually need to find a number like this. So what should I do? I have a previous method which is the 2's complement of a number, a positive number. So I say that okay, forget about the negative, let me think about the positive b, only b. So first find 2's complement of the positive b. When you are done, then this will become a binary number, then add them together. Now you already know how to find 2's complement, but now when you adopted the 2's complement method and you found the binary number, add this binary number into this binary number. But the things will not stop here, because you adopted the method of flipping the digits, and in the flipping the digits you added 1. So you now, after addition, you will have to go back, flip the digits again, and again add 1. Now what the result is here, this result will exactly be same the result of this whole sheet. So this method is complicated, this is simple. There are 4 cases. Now I'm not going into the details. The first case was if you want to add things like this, but the condition is that the absolute value of the number is greater than the positive number. Now in the case when a plus negative b, but the absolute value of the number is less than the positive number, means b is less than the value of a. In that case you only flip once. In this case the method will be like this. This is the decimal number, this is the other decimal number. This is simple, you convert it into binary. In this case first, now in all these 4 cases you are following the 2's complement of 8 method, okay? So for this number, first you need to find the 2's complement, means, and this method means first you need to forget about the negative, convert the b into the binary, then flip the digits, again it will be a number, and then add 1, it will give you a number. Now this number is a binary number, simply add this number into this binary and this is your answer. So what is the difference between the case A and case B? This is the binary number, this is the other binary number, and this is method 1, case A. Let me write them together, then you will understand. And this is case B, case 2. In this case, the condition is that my number B is greater than A. This is my condition for case 1. For case 2, my condition is that the number B, absolute value of number B, is less than A. Okay? So for the case 1, I said convert A into binary and consider only the positive of B, forget about this negative sign. Now convert this by B, find the 2's complement of this number, and for finding this 2's complement, the method I know this, I need to find a value for this, and this is exactly the method of 2's complement. So to find this thing, I need to do that first convert this B into binary. Now whatever the answer is, flip the digits. Whatever the answer is, add 1, and this will give me a binary number like this. Now this is a binary number, this is a binary number, add them together, these two numbers. Whatever the answer is, do not stop, the answer will be a binary number. Now convert this binary number by, again flip the digits of this binary number and again add 1, it will give me another final number. This is the answer in this case. In this case, this is same. A is the number, convert it into binary because A is positive, always simple. For B, the number is still negative, but the condition is different, that the absolute value of B is less than A. Like if A is 40 and B is 20. So I'm saying that B is negative 20. Now absolute value of B is less than 40. In this case, all these methods, these procedures up to here. So you are finding this thing following the same method from here to here. You have done the same process here up to here. Now when you are done with this number I am writing here. Now add these two numbers, these two are binary, add them together and simply say this is the answer. Now tell me what is the difference.
The case 1 flip this equation, that is the difference. Answer.
In case we have digits 2 times.
Yes.
In case
The only difference is case 1, you will first flip the coins, do the process of 2's complement, find the binary number, add this binary number into the binary number of A, and again repeat the process, flipping the coin, flipping the digits again and add 1. This final number will be answer. In the case this, you are doing the first half of the method same, flipping the digits and finding the 2's complement. You will find a binary number. Now add this binary number into the corresponding binary number of A, and you have said that okay, this is the answer. Now the case 3 is when both are negative, both the digits are negative, the decimal numbers. For this you will do the flipping stuff. Now you have to do the flipping stuff for both the numbers. For this you will do the flipping stuff and the number is achieved. Now add them together, they will give you a number. Now again do the flipping thing. If both are negative but the absolute values still follow this condition, the absolute value of A is greater than absolute value of B. For example, on the book there is example, find the sum of negative 89 and negative 25. So what is the absolute value of, if this is A, this is B, the absolute value of A is 89 and the absolute value of B is 25. Okay, so it means A is greater than B. The fourth case could be this thing is greater than this thing. In that case, simply find the 2's complement of A, 2's complement of B. Both are negative, but they follow this relation. Then flip them, find the 2's complement, add them, and that is your answer from here. So you will stop again. So there are 4 cases, 2 cases flip twice, 2 cases flip once. But you simply need to remember these rules.